In a small village near the mountains, there was a man named Mr. Brandon. He was very rich and proud of his wealth. He had big houses, fast cars, and many expensive things. People in the village often said that Mr. Brandon liked to show off. He wanted everyone to know how rich he was and how powerful he could be. One day, he bought a wild horse named Thunder. The horse was famous across the village for being untamable. Its black coat shone like night under the sun, and its eyes were sharp and full of fire. Thunder was strong, fast, and no one had ever been able to ride him. Many people tried, but all of them failed. Some came back with scratches, others were thrown to the ground, and some just ran away scared. Mr. Brandon had an idea. He wanted to show everyone that he owned the wildest horse in the village. He decided to make a big challenge. He called all the villagers to his estate one morning. The estate was huge, with tall gates and wide lawns. A gentle wind moved the leaves, and the sun shone bright in the sky. Villagers gathered, whispering to each other about what was happening. When everyone was ready, Mr. Brandon came out from the main gate. He was wearing a fancy suit and walked with confidence. He raised his hands to stop the murmurs of the crowd. "I have a challenge for all of you," he said loudly. "I have a wild horse named Thunder. No one has ever been able to touch him. I am putting a bet of $2 million. If anyone can touch Thunder, the money is theirs." The villagers gasped. $2 million was a huge amount, more money than anyone could imagine. People looked at each other nervously. Some were excited, thinking about what they could do with that much money. Others shook their heads, knowing that no one had any chance of touching Thunder. The horse was wild, strong, and quick. He could easily throw someone to the ground or run away. Among the crowd stood a farmer named Sam. He was not tall or rich. His hands were rough from years of working in the fields. He wore simple clothes and a wide hat that shaded his face from the sun. Sam was quiet and did not speak much, but his eyes were calm and focused. He had heard about Thunder before and felt that he understood something that others did not. Sam slowly walked toward the front of the crowd. People turned to look at him. "He will never do it," some whispered. "He is just a farmer. He has no experience with wild horses," others said. Sam did not care about their words. He only looked at the field where Thunder was waiting. The horse stamped the ground and tossed his head, showing his strength and fearsome power. Mr. Brandon watched Sam with surprise. He did not expect anyone to step forward. He raised an eyebrow and called out, "You think you can touch Thunder? You are just a farmer. This horse has thrown stronger men than you. Are you sure you want to try?" Sam nodded quietly. "Yes, I will try," he said with calm confidence. The villagers whispered among themselves. Some laughed, thinking he was foolish. Others worried that he might get hurt. Sam did not rush or shout. He walked slowly, keeping his hands relaxed by his side. Every step he took seemed careful and thoughtful. Thunder noticed Sam approaching. The horse's ears twitched, and his eyes focused on the small man in front of him. He pawed the ground, showing his impatience and power. He had never seen a person move toward him with such calm. Usually, people ran or shouted, but Sam's movements were steady. Sam stopped a few feet away from Thunder. He bent slightly and touched the ground with his hand. He whispered softly, his voice gentle. Thunder watched, curious but alert. Sam reached slowly toward the horse, showing that he meant no harm. The villagers gasped as they saw what was happening. No one had ever dared to approach Thunder so calmly. The horse sniffed Sam's hand and stepped back slightly. Sam smiled and whispered again. Thunder pawed the ground and tossed his head, but he did not attack. Sam moved slowly, letting the horse see that he was a friend, not a threat. People in the crowd held their breath. Some thought that it was impossible, that the horse would never allow a human to touch him. Minutes passed, and Sam remained patient. He spoke softly to Thunder, telling him that he would not be hurt. He extended his hand again, and this time, Thunder lowered his head and sniffed it carefully. The crowd could not believe their eyes. The wildest horse in the village had allowed someone to touch him. Sam's heart beat slowly, and he smiled quietly. He understood that patience and calmness were stronger than fear and force. Mr. Brandon's eyes narrowed. He had expected Thunder to throw anyone who tried. He had expected that no one could even get close to the horse. Seeing Sam approach so gently and have the horse respond made him uneasy. He whispered to his assistant, "How is this possible? No one can tame Thunder so easily." Sam did not notice the whispers. He continued to speak softly and gently to the horse. He stroked Thunder's mane lightly, showing that he meant no harm. The horse's muscles twitched, but he did not move away. Thunder took a few steps closer to Sam, allowing the farmer to touch his side. The villagers gasped. They had never seen such a connection between a human and the wild horse. Sam straightened and looked around. He saw the amazement on everyone's faces. He felt calm and confident. He understood that to succeed, he needed to continue slowly and show respect to Thunder. He was not trying to show off or prove himself to the villagers. He only wanted to earn the trust of the horse. Mr. Brandon stepped forward and shouted, "Stop! You cannot do it. He is too wild. This is impossible." Sam ignored him. He continued moving with care, letting Thunder become familiar with his presence. The horse sniffed the air and watched Sam closely. Every movement was deliberate and gentle. The villagers could feel the tension and excitement in the air. They had never seen anyone try something like this. Finally, Thunder lowered his head completely and allowed Sam to touch his neck. The crowd erupted in whispers and gasps. Sam had done what no one else could. He had reached the wild horse without fear and with patience. Mr. Brandon looked shocked and confused. He had thought that his bet was unbeatable. Yet here was a simple farmer showing courage and understanding. Sam stepped back slightly and smiled at the horse. Thunder pawed the ground but stayed calm. Sam had shown respect, and the horse had accepted him. The villagers began to cheer quietly, realizing that something extraordinary was happening. The challenge was only beginning, but part one of the story ended with a powerful message. Sometimes patience, calmness, and kindness can achieve what force and wealth cannot. Sam stood a few feet away from Thunder, his hand extended gently toward the horse. The villagers held their breath, watching every movement. They had never seen anyone approach Thunder without fear. The horse's muscles were tense, and its eyes darted around, full of wild energy. Yet Sam did not flinch. He stayed calm, showing no anger or rush. Sam whispered softly, "I am not here to hurt you, boy. I just want to be your friend." His voice was quiet, almost like a song in the wind. Thunder tilted his head and sniffed the air. The horse pawed the ground, then slowly lowered his head. The villagers gasped. No one had ever touched Thunder willingly before. Sam's calm presence seemed to intrigue the horse, making it curious instead of aggressive. He took one step closer and stretched his hand slowly to touch Thunder's mane. The horse twitched at first, lifting its head slightly. Sam froze and whispered, "It is okay. I will not hurt you." Slowly, Thunder leaned forward, letting Sam's fingers brush its shiny black coat. The villagers murmured in amazement. The wild horse, known for tossing riders and running fast, was allowing a simple farmer to touch him. Sam smiled quietly and spoke again, "You are strong and free, and I respect that. I only want to understand you." He kept his movements gentle, never forcing the horse. Thunder sniffed Sam's hand and then nudged it lightly with his nose. Sam patted him softly, careful not to scare him. The horse stamped the ground but stayed calm. It seemed to understand that Sam was different from the others. The villagers whispered to each other. Some shook their heads, saying it was impossible. "He will get hurt eventually," they said. Others were silent, eyes wide, watching the miracle unfold. Sam ignored the crowd. His full attention was on Thunder. He knew that patience and trust were more powerful than force or fear. Sam knelt slowly on the ground, keeping his eyes level with the horse. He spoke gently, stroking the grass nearby and letting Thunder see his calm actions. The horse pawed the earth again, then stepped closer. Sam extended both hands slowly, showing that he meant no harm. Thunder sniffed his hands, then brushed his nose against Sam's palm. The villagers could not believe it. The wildest horse in the village had allowed a human to approach so closely. Sam rose carefully, standing beside Thunder. He moved slowly to the side, letting the horse see him fully. Thunder's ears twitched, and his dark eyes followed every motion. Sam did not try to grab or hold him. He only kept calm and gentle, showing respect for the horse's space. Gradually, Thunder stepped closer, rubbing lightly against Sam's arm. The crowd gasped again. No one had ever seen such a bond form in minutes. Sam smiled and whispered, "Good boy. You are brave and smart." He patted Thunder's mane lightly, careful not to frighten him. The horse stamped its foot but remained near Sam. The villagers began to understand that this was not about strength or money. This was about patience, kindness, and trust. Sam's calm heart was stronger than the horse's wildness. Mr. Brandon watched with disbelief. He had expected the horse to throw anyone who dared approach. He had not imagined that a simple farmer could connect with Thunder so quickly. His lips moved as he muttered to himself, "Impossible. This should not happen." Sam did not notice him. His focus was entirely on the horse. For the next hour, Sam walked slowly around the field, keeping his hands relaxed and voice soft. Thunder followed, sniffing the air, watching Sam's steps, and moving carefully beside him. The villagers could see the change in the horse. Its wild energy was still there, but the tension had lessened. The horse seemed curious, and its trust in Sam was growing. Sam knelt again and offered a hand near Thunder's mouth. The horse sniffed and then gently touched Sam's hand with its lips. The crowd could not believe what they were seeing. A connection had formed between human and horse that no one thought possible. Sam smiled and spoke softly, "You are free to run, but I hope you trust me." Thunder snorted but stayed near Sam, allowing the farmer to stroke his neck and chest. Some villagers started to clap quietly, amazed at the scene. They had never imagined that the untamable horse could accept someone so easily. Sam's gentle words and steady presence had done what no one else could do. Mr. Brandon's face grew red with frustration. He had thought money and power could dominate anything, but he realized that kindness was stronger than wealth. Sam continued walking slowly with Thunder. He let the horse explore the field, sniffing flowers and grass, while he spoke gently and moved calmly beside him. The horse walked beside Sam, trusting him more with every step. Sam did not push or hurry. He knew that rushing would break the trust they were building. Thunder's dark eyes followed every movement of Sam. The horse stamped the ground once but did not run. Sam patted its mane and whispered, "You are brave, and I respect your freedom." The villagers watched silently, holding their breath. They had never seen anything like this before. A wild, savage horse had accepted a human's touch and presence without fear. After some time, Sam knelt again and placed a hand gently on Thunder's side. The horse stayed calm, breathing slowly. Sam smiled and whispered softly, "Good boy. You are learning to trust me, and I am learning to understand you." The villagers began to cheer quietly, amazed at the patience and courage of the farmer. Mr. Brandon grew more frustrated. He had expected Thunder to resist, to attack, or to run. But the horse remained calm and obedient in its own way. He could not understand how Sam had done it. The farmer was not using force, wealth, or tools. He was only using patience, calmness, and respect. As the sun moved slowly across the sky, Sam continued walking beside Thunder. The horse's muscles relaxed slightly, and it began to follow Sam more willingly. The villagers whispered in excitement. They had never seen the wildest horse in the village behave like this. Sam's quiet confidence and gentle care were transforming the impossible into reality. By the end of the day, Thunder allowed Sam to touch his mane, neck, and sides comfortably. The bond between them had grown stronger with each gentle word and careful movement. The villagers cheered softly, realizing that the farmer's calm heart and respect for the horse had achieved what no one thought possible. Sam stood tall and looked at Thunder with a proud smile. He knew the challenge was only beginning, but the first step had been completed. Thunder was no longer just a wild horse. He had begun to trust a human, and that trust was a powerful thing. The villagers left the field talking about what they had witnessed. They had seen patience, courage, and kindness in action, and they knew it would be remembered for years. The next morning, Sam returned to the wide field where Thunder grazed. The sun was rising slowly, painting the sky in soft gold and pink. Birds sang quietly in the trees while a gentle breeze moved through the grass. The villagers gathered again, curious to see what would happen next. Everyone remembered how Sam had touched Thunder the day before. Many whispered that the farmer might succeed where others had failed. Mr. Brandon stood at the edge of the field, arms crossed, watching with suspicion and disbelief. "No one can ride that horse," he muttered to his assistant. "Even touching him was impossible. Today, he will fail." But Sam did not look at Mr. Brandon. His eyes were focused on Thunder. The horse lifted its head as Sam approached. Its dark eyes were alert, watching the farmer's every movement. Thunder pawed the ground, nostrils flaring slightly, but he did not run. Sam spoke softly. "Good morning, boy. Are you ready today?" Thunder snorted in response, stepping closer to Sam. The villagers whispered among themselves. Some could hardly believe their eyes. The wild horse had begun to trust the simple farmer. The air was full of anticipation and quiet excitement. Sam knelt and reached toward Thunder, letting the horse sniff his hand. Thunder nudged it gently, showing that he remembered the farmer from yesterday. Sam smiled and whispered again, "We will take it slowly. I will not hurt you." He stroked the horse's mane lightly, careful and calm. Thunder stamped the ground once but stayed close. The villagers were amazed. They had never seen a wild horse act so calmly with a human. Sam rose slowly and took a few steps back, giving Thunder space. He spoke softly, guiding the horse around the field. The horse followed, walking beside him, trusting his movements. Sam's patience was clear in every step. He never rushed or forced Thunder. He moved with care, allowing the horse to understand that he was a friend, not a threat. The villagers watched in silence, fascinated. Some began to cheer quietly as Thunder began to follow Sam willingly. The horse's muscles were still strong and wild, but its energy was now directed in a controlled way. Sam continued to speak gently. "You are brave and smart. Trust is stronger than fear. I respect your freedom." After walking for some time, Sam knew it was time to try the next step. He wanted to ride Thunder, but he would do it slowly. He spoke softly, "We will go one step at a time. I will not rush you. You are free to move, but I hope you trust me." Thunder stamped the ground and tossed his head, but he remained near Sam. The villagers held their breath. The moment they had been waiting for was approaching. Sam moved carefully to the side of the horse and placed a hand gently on its back. Thunder shook slightly, but he did not move away. Sam spoke softly, "I will not hurt you. Just a short ride, and then you are free again." He took a slow breath, keeping his body relaxed. Thunder sniffed his hand, then nudged it gently. Sam smiled, feeling the horse's trust growing. With one careful motion, Sam swung his leg over Thunder's back. The villagers gasped. The farmer was sitting on the wild horse that had thrown so many others. Thunder stamped the ground once, then relaxed slightly. Sam held the reins loosely and spoke softly, guiding the horse in gentle circles. He did not pull or push. He moved with the horse's rhythm, letting it understand that he was not a threat. Thunder began to walk slowly, then trotted gently. The villagers cheered quietly, amazed at what they were seeing. No one had ever ridden Thunder without being thrown off. Sam's calm voice, gentle hands, and steady movements allowed the wild horse to trust him completely. The sun was warm on their backs, and the field seemed quiet except for the sound of Thunder's hooves and Sam's soft words. Mr. Brandon's face was red with disbelief. He had expected the horse to bolt immediately. Instead, it was walking calmly with Sam on its back. "Impossible," he muttered. He could not understand how a simple farmer could do what he, with all his money and power, could not. The villagers whispered, watching closely. They had never seen anything like this before. Sam guided Thunder around the field, letting him explore while staying close. He spoke softly, "You are brave, and I respect you. Together, we can do this." The horse responded, moving smoothly beside Sam's commands. The villagers cheered quietly, amazed at the bond forming between human and horse. The farmer's gentle approach and steady heart had tamed the untamable. After some time, Sam allowed Thunder to gallop gently across the field. He held on carefully, letting the horse move with freedom. Thunder's black coat gleamed in the sunlight as he ran, powerful and fast, yet guided by Sam's calm hands. The villagers clapped and cheered, unable to believe their eyes. A wild horse had been ridden by a simple farmer, not with force, but with trust and patience. Sam spoke softly as they ran, "You are free, but we are together. Trust is everything, and I respect your strength." Thunder responded with a snort, running faster but staying close to Sam's guidance. The crowd erupted in applause. Even those who had doubted Sam could not deny what they saw. The impossible had become reality. After several minutes, Sam guided Thunder to a slow walk and finally stopped. He slid carefully from the horse's back and patted him gently. Thunder nuzzled him in response, showing trust and acceptance. The villagers cheered loudly, amazed at the courage and kindness that had achieved the impossible. Mr. Brandon could not speak. He had bet millions that no one could touch or ride Thunder. Yet a simple farmer had not only touched the horse but ridden him calmly and safely. He felt humbled and astonished. Sam looked at Mr. Brandon and said quietly, "It is not about money or power. Respect, patience, and understanding can achieve what force never can." The villagers watched silently, understanding the lesson. Sam had not used strength or anger. He had only used patience, kindness, and calmness. Thunder had responded because he felt safe, respected, and understood. The bond between the farmer and the wild horse was strong and unique. By the end of the day, Sam had ridden Thunder several times around the field. The horse responded to every gentle command, showing that trust and patience could guide even the wildest spirit. The villagers left the field talking about what they had seen. They had witnessed courage, kindness, and patience in action, and they knew it would be remembered for years. The next morning, the sun rose over the wide green fields, and a soft breeze moved through the tall grass. Villagers gathered again at the edge of the field, curious to see if the farmer could do more with Thunder. Many whispered among themselves. They had seen him touch the horse and ride him yesterday. Some could hardly believe what they had witnessed. Mr. Brandon stood at the gate, arms crossed, eyes narrowed. He did not expect anything else to surprise him, yet he watched closely, suspicious and uneasy. Sam walked calmly toward Thunder, his hands relaxed at his sides. The horse lifted its head as he approached, eyes bright and alert. Thunder pawed the ground, but stayed where he was. Sam whispered softly, "Good morning, boy. Today we will do something special. You can trust me." His voice was gentle, carrying confidence without force. The horse sniffed his hand, then nudged it lightly, a sign of recognition and trust. Sam stroked Thunder's mane slowly, letting the horse feel his calm presence. The villagers watched silently, captivated by the quiet connection between the farmer and the horse. They had never seen anyone approach Thunder with such patience and confidence. Sam's calm energy seemed to calm the horse as well. Thunder's muscles relaxed slightly, and his steps became steadier. Sam carefully swung his leg over Thunder's back and settled gently into the saddle. He did not pull harshly on the reins. Instead, he whispered softly, guiding the horse in slow, gentle circles. Thunder responded, walking smoothly beside him. The villagers clapped quietly, amazed at what they were seeing. The wildest horse in the village, known for tossing riders and breaking equipment, was moving calmly with Sam. Mr. Brandon's eyes widened. He could not believe what he was seeing. He had bet millions that no one could touch or ride Thunder, yet here was a simple farmer controlling the wild horse with ease. He muttered to his assistant, "This should not be possible. He has done it once, but now he is riding him with skill." The assistant shook his head, equally amazed and speechless. Sam guided Thunder around the field, speaking gently to him with every step. "Good boy, you are strong and brave. We are partners, and I respect your spirit." Thunder moved smoothly, responding to Sam's gentle commands. The horse's powerful muscles rippled under the sunlight as he walked, trotted, and then began a slow gallop. Sam leaned forward slightly, keeping balance and calm, allowing the horse to move freely while maintaining control. The villagers cheered softly, unable to hide their excitement. They had never imagined that the untamable horse could respond so calmly and confidently to a human. Sam's skill was not from strength or training but from patience, respect, and understanding. Thunder's trust in him grew with every passing moment. Sam guided Thunder into a wide circle, letting the horse run with freedom while keeping him within gentle control. He spoke softly, "Run as fast as you want, but remember I am with you. Together we can do anything." Thunder snorted and galloped faster, powerful legs moving with grace and speed. The villagers gasped, amazed by the sight. The black horse, wild and untamed, was now running under the guidance of a simple farmer. Mr. Brandon could not believe it. He had spent his life using wealth and influence to get what he wanted, yet he was powerless in this moment. A humble farmer had shown him that respect and patience could achieve what money and power could not. Mr. Brandon's face was red with frustration and astonishment. He whispered angrily, "This should not be happening. He is just a farmer. No one can control a wild horse like that." Sam slowed Thunder gradually, guiding him back to a gentle walk. He patted the horse softly, speaking reassuring words. "Good boy. You are learning to trust me, and I am learning to understand you." Thunder stamped the ground once, then nuzzled Sam, showing acceptance and trust. The villagers clapped loudly, their faces full of admiration. Sam continued to guide Thunder, practicing turns, stops, and slow gallops. Each movement was gentle, careful, and calm. The horse followed his lead, showing that the bond between them had grown strong. Sam had proven that a wild spirit could be guided without fear, force, or harsh words. The villagers watched in awe. They had seen the impossible become reality through patience and understanding. After some time, Sam stopped Thunder in the middle of the field. He looked around at the villagers, who were cheering and whispering excitedly. He spoke softly, "Thunder is not a tool to be used or a challenge to win money. He is strong, brave, and free. We work together, and that is what matters." The villagers nodded, understanding the lesson that courage, respect, and patience could achieve amazing results. Mr. Brandon stepped forward, unable to hide his frustration and amazement. "How did you do this?" he asked. "No one has ever even touched this horse before. You have done it with ease." Sam smiled gently. "It is not about strength or money. It is about patience, kindness, and respect." Thunder responded to trust, not fear. "That is all." The villagers cheered again, clapping and celebrating the farmer's success. Thunder stamped the ground happily, tossing his head, and showing his strength and joy. Sam patted him gently, speaking softly, "Good boy. You are brave and free. Together we are strong." The horse responded, moving calmly with Sam by his side. By the end of the day, Sam had guided Thunder through several rounds of walking, trotting, and gentle gallops. The horse had remained calm, responsive, and happy. The villagers were amazed. They had witnessed patience and kindness tame the wildest horse in the village. Mr. Brandon handed over the $2 million, stunned and humbled by the simple farmer's skill and understanding. Sam smiled quietly, shaking his head. I did not do this for money. I did it because thunder deserves respect and kindness. That is more important than any prize." The villagers applauded, understanding the lesson. Courage, patience, and respect could achieve what power and fear never could. Thunder became Sam's companion for life. Together, they roamed the fields and mountains, a reminder to all that trust and kindness could tame even the wildest spirits. The villagers remembered the day forever, telling the story of the humble farmer who had achieved the impossible through patience, bravery, and understanding. The morning sun lit the wide green field where thunder grazed peacefully. Birds sang in the trees and a soft breeze moved the grass. Villagers gathered again, eager to see what would happen next. Yesterday, they had watched Sam ride the wildest horse in the village and calm him with patience and kindness. Today, they hoped to see the next step in the remarkable story. Sam approached Thunder slowly, speaking softly. "Good morning, boy. Today we will spend more time together. I will not rush you. We will work as partners." Thunder lifted his head and snorted softly. His dark eyes were bright and alert, showing curiosity and trust. Sam knelt and gently stroked his mane, letting the horse feel calm and safe. The villagers watched quietly. Some whispered, "He has done the impossible already. What more can he do?" Others shook their heads, amazed that a simple farmer could control such a wild horse. Mr. Brandon stood at the edge of the field, arms crossed, his face showing frustration and disbelief. He could not believe what he had witnessed yesterday, and he was still struggling to understand how Sam had achieved it. Sam rose slowly and swung gently onto Thunder's back. He held the reins loosely, speaking softly. "We will move together. Trust and patience are our guide." Thunder responded immediately, walking in smooth, careful steps. The villagers held their breath, watching the powerful black horse move calmly under Sam's guidance. After a short walk, Sam encouraged Thunder to trot. The horse's muscles rippled in the sunlight as he moved with grace and power. Sam kept his body relaxed, matching the rhythm of the horse's steps. He whispered, "You are brave, and I respect your freedom. We work together." Thunder responded to every gentle command, showing that the bond between horse and farmer had grown even stronger. Sam guided Thunder through the wide field, practicing turns, stops, and smooth gallops. The villagers cheered softly, unable to hide their excitement. They had never seen such a display of trust and partnership. The wildest horse in the village was now calm, confident, and responsive. Sam's patience, kindness, and understanding had made this possible. Mr. Brandon could not hide his astonishment. He had thought that money, power, and force could dominate anything, yet he had been humbled by a humble farmer. He muttered angrily, "This should not be happening. How can a simple man control such a wild creature?" His assistant shook his head, equally amazed and speechless. Sam continued to ride Thunder gently, guiding him in circles, letting the horse explore the field while maintaining calm control. He patted the horse's mane and spoke softly, "You are free, but we are together. Trust is stronger than fear, and respect is more powerful than force." Thunder responded with a gentle nuzzle, showing trust and understanding. The villagers began to clap loudly, celebrating the farmer's success. They realized that this was more than a bet or a challenge. It was a lesson in courage, patience, and respect. Sam had shown them that true strength was not in power, but in kindness and understanding. Thunder stamped the ground happily, tossing his head and showing his strength and joy. After several rounds of walking, trotting, and galloping, Sam slowed Thunder to a gentle walk. He slid carefully from the horse's back and patted him softly. Thunder nuzzled him in return, showing affection and trust. The villagers cheered loudly, amazed at the bond between human and horse. They had witnessed patience and courage achieve what no one thought possible. Mr. Brandon stepped forward, still frustrated but unable to deny what had happened. He handed over the $2 million, his voice quiet. "You have earned this. I did not believe it was possible." Sam shook his head, smiling gently. "I did not do this for money. I did it because Thunder deserves respect and kindness. That is more important than any prize. The villagers nodded, understanding the lesson. They had seen that patience, courage, and respect could achieve incredible things. Sam's calm heart and understanding had turned the untamable into a partner. Thunder had shown that even the wildest spirit could respond to kindness and trust. Sam led Thunder to the center of the field and knelt beside him. He whispered softly, "You are brave, and I respect your freedom. We work together, and that is what matters." Thunder stamped the ground, tossing his head proudly, showing strength, freedom, and joy. The villagers clapped and cheered, celebrating the bond between the farmer and the wild horse. For the rest of the day, Sam and Thunder explored the field together. Sam walked, ran, and even allowed Thunder to gallop freely while staying in gentle control. The villagers watched in awe, understanding that patience and kindness could achieve what force and fear never could. Children laughed and pointed, inspired by the courage and calmness of the farmer. Mr. Brandon stood quietly, humbled by what he had witnessed. He had thought that money and power could dominate anything, but he had been proven wrong. The simple farmer had shown him that trust, patience, and understanding could achieve far more than wealth or authority. He nodded slowly, understanding the lesson that the villagers had already seen. As the sun began to set, Sam patted Thunder gently and whispered, "You are strong, brave, and free. Together we are partners, and that is the greatest reward." Thunder snorted softly, nuzzling the farmer in response. The villagers cheered, moved by the sight of friendship and respect between human and horse. That evening, the villagers returned to their homes, carrying the story of Sam and Thunder. They spoke of courage, patience, and the power of respect. They told their children how a simple farmer had achieved the impossible through kindness and understanding. The story spread quickly, becoming a lesson that everyone would remember. Thunder remained Sam's companion for life. They roamed the fields, mountains, and valleys together, a symbol of trust, patience, and friendship. Sam had shown that even the wildest spirit could be guided with respect and calmness. The villagers continued to talk about the day they had witnessed, and the story of the farmer and the wild horse became a legend in the village. Sam never forgot the lesson he learned as well. True courage was not in force, wealth, or power. True strength was in patience, kindness, and understanding. He looked at Thunder and smiled, knowing that together they had achieved something extraordinary. The wild horse had been tamed not by fear or money, but by a quiet heart and a patient hand. The sun disappeared behind the mountains, casting a golden glow over the fields. Thunder and Sam walked side by side, their bond strong and unbroken. The villagers returned home, inspired by the remarkable story of a simple farmer who had done what no one else could. The lesson was clear: courage, patience, and respect could overcome even the greatest challenges and tame the wildest hearts.